Welcome back, everyone, to the European Tribes League. We are doing a Division 2 matchup here, one of the last ones of the group stage. It is going to be between Pelican and Aurum. I will be your main host for tonight, me being DocLettuce, but fortunately I'm going to be joined by the Pelican fanboy himself, Stowaway. Stow, how you doing today?
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm doing really good. Just got back from a day of hanging out with some famalam and ready to cast this game. It should be pretty interesting. Aurum versus Pelican. Aurum, a team that's been looking really good. Obviously the rebranding of Team Nevermind versus Pelican, who have been around for a long time. But I would say that Aurum are the favourites going into this one.
Yeah, I've been impressed with some of the play the Pelicans put out, but I've also been disappointed a couple times. Aurum has just been overall so incredibly steady, and I would pick them to win this 3-0, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if Pelican was able to upset on a map, possibly Bella on the third map, because I really like their play on that map. So hoping at least we're going to see some great games from them, and all the maps do affect the standings, so who knows? It's all possible.
Yep, it absolutely is. I mean, talking about Bella Omega, Pelican have taken a map on Bella Omega away from IDK. You know, it was a few weeks ago, so you know, I don't know how relevant that is now, but it's still interesting to know that. So yeah, I think Bella could be a definitely interesting map. I think we'll be starting on Crossfire, so I think the teams are relatively ready. Actually, no, we're waiting on 2 players, so whether they are ready, we'll jump into Crossfire, which should be a relatively interesting map. What are you expecting to see on Crossfire?
Well, I hope we're not going to see 4D, but I wouldn't exactly be surprised if we do. The current quote-unquote meta, I guess you could say, is it's very hard to stop a tech D on Crossfire, so I'm expecting to see 3D at least with 1 tech. But I certainly hope we don't see that, because it makes it a bit less fluid. Otherwise, I hope that we're going to see a lot of good, strong sort of escort play coming out from the teams. People have been really, really strong on defense lately, and it's just been hard to actually get the flag out with routes. So I'm hoping that people are going to start doing a little bit more escort and just play a lot more midfield heavy. Brings a lot of fun, good, interesting plays to the map as well. So I am expecting Aurum to take it, but I don't think they're going to cap it out. I'd say probably something like a 5-1, 5-2 would be my guess.
Yeah, I could see that happening. I'm hoping myself that Pelican can maybe do a little bit better than that. They seem to be one of those teams that have such a good starting to a game and then maybe slow down, but we will see. I do expect 4 defense on this map, maybe 3 for a while, but I expect at least to see 4 defense at one point, and with the technician defense keeping that gen up, using, you know, the motion sensors around it, the light turrets to do damage, either to protect the generator or, you know, put on top of their ship to do damage to the incoming offense. I expect probably that from both teams. It seems to be pretty standard to run technician defense on this, even though players generally don't seem to like playing it. It's just, it can be really too strong.
Yeah, sometimes there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to accept that, you know, a tactic is good for a reason. It works for a reason. And even if you don't like it, you sort of just have to use it, you know, especially in a tournament like this. You can't really afford to drop maps just because you don't really like doing something. I mean, if it works, it works. Just get it over with or find a way to counter it, and then, well, you're not going to have to deal with it. So, you know, as you mentioned, it is so strong, but it can not be countered, but I would say we might actually end up seeing like a lot of fractal play. I've seen a lot of people just sort of chuck fractals around and use that as a counter to prevent any force fields from being put up. It knocks the HOF off a little bit, and it gives your caster at least a chance, at least a chance to grab the flag. So I'm hoping we're going to see some of that.
Yeah, and we are actually going live on Drydock right now. So on Team Diamond Sword, we have the almighty, majestic Pelican with Sejuk, Seven, Janksaw, Jim, Macomb, Black, Nordsmark, Little, and Nark.
And on Blood Eagle, we are going to have Team Aurum with Icy Pan, Stubbus, Fidget, Cliffside, and Nofer, Alk, and Cat999. A lot of high levels in this. Only one person without a logo, and that's Mr. Yanksaw on your Pelican team, so...
Yeah, so Yanksaw actually an American player who's now coming in for Pelican. He's been around for at least a little while, and he'll be playing with that high ping, obviously, so he's one of them to watch, and obviously letting the side down, not being level 50, but it's going to be interesting. I think last time I saw Pelican play on this map, they really suffered in offense. It was really difficult for them to take down the strong defense of the team they were playing, and I think that was, flamboyant, so maybe they need to really work on that part of their game. But we are off, and we're seeing a bit of an offense come out from Fiji, who actually just got taken down. It's a really strong defense going on from Pelican at the moment. You're seeing those light turrets being laid down by Jim Macomb. You have the force field still up, and both generators still up on each team.
Yeah, with the return of rock routes, it was hopefully going to make this map a little bit more interesting, but the problem is now with the dominance of the generators and the force fields, it makes it a lot more difficult to do the back-to-front routes that became so prominent with the rock routes. So if they don't take the gens down, we're going to be seeing mostly side-to-sides, and I'm hoping we're going to see a lot more gens down rock bounce routes going on, but it's difficult to see because you can see already Pelican, it does look like they are running that 4D strat with Jamie, Little, I believe Narc is playing some defense as well, and Sejuk too. And Sejuk is just so good as an HOF, I don't really think they even need 4D, but, you know, it does look like they're running with it for now. I'll keep an eye on Narc and see whether he goes to defense or not, but 4D to start, so it's going to be a slow offensive side here for Aurum.
Yeah, and meanwhile on the other side, oh, we do have Stowaway out with the flag actually, and he's going fast. He's out with 200 health roughly and going about 220, but does get shut down by Narc, who's doing that chasing role, and he is actually going to jump on that return quite nicely. Unless Cliffside and Iceman can do something about it, and they can't. And currently for Team Pelican, just on the other side, we have seen Black trying to set up what I think are some Raider static grabs. And he's been unsuccessful in so far, even coming into the flag. We do have another player back there who's Yangsaw, ready to do some damage where he can, but once again we're seeing this very strong technician defense come out. Jammer packs going about. Yeah, this is going to be a very defense oriented map. Crossfire does not necessarily lead to the fastest or games or offense heavy games. But yeah, it's going to be about basically taking down that ridiculous defense that you can see sometimes.
Yeah, we see Yanksters grab the flag here. Was going to try and get some Llama escort going, but Alk already respawned on there. And I think the problem is that the way that the offenses are, you know, if they're using Raiders, that's fine, but they're not going to be able to actually punt the flag all that well. So it's sort of a whole interesting problem there. They're able to kill everyone off, but their capper didn't come in time, and now they're suddenly stuck there with the flag with no real way to punt it. And of course, with the fast respawn times of only like 5 seconds or so, there's no chance you're actually going to be getting away with that flag if you try to llama it and you can't punt it. But Stubbiss is actually out here again with the flag. Second grab out now for the Aurum team, being sniped down and pinged down by Nordsmark. He's going to go down here in just a second. Are they going to be able to help him out? We have coming in from the other side, as well as Icy Pan, and it looks like they should be able to secure this Nordsmark. Oh, no. Was that Black actually almost came in there, didn't quite get it. Icy Pan going to be picking it up now. Jamie McCoon with a nice Nitron forcing the flag down. Yanks are not able to get it. They're able to take one of them down, but Fidget's going to go ahead and pick it up, and now Aurum are escorting like bosses. We have Narc going to come in, try and get some sort of Nitron off, but I don't think it's going to be enough. He's taken down, and Aurum...
Oh, Fidget on low energy. He's still taking time to get up to stand. He has the time to get up, and the snipe's coming through, but he does make the first cap, and that was that was a really nice push from... Team Aurum there. The cap route came in the right time. Sejuk on stand for Pelican did not see him coming in, so he was able to get out. And then it just took them too long. Nordsmark has a nice positioning, but he didn't go down fast enough. And then Aurum did such a nice job of pushing out and being able to help them on their way back. And then Pelican responded with a really nice chase. Quite a lot of players coming out, getting some kills. And Jamie McComb with that nice Nitron almost flew straight into Yanksaw, but unable to get the return. So strong from both teams, but there it is. Aurum take the first lead. 20 and a half minutes left on this game, and 24k picking up the first cap.
Yeah, that was a very strong offensive push coming out from Aurum, as you said. I think I'd give that cap a little bit more onto the fault of Pelican. Stubbiss was very, very low, and they had more than a couple players that should have been able to take him down, but they just simply weren't able to connect with the shots. And so I think that's the main reason that that they ended up losing. That is, Black makes a grab attempt, but actually Stubbiss is getting out yet again, running the exact same route. This time he did pull up and is going a little shorter, and he has a lot more health this time. This is going to be really hard for Pelican to stop. Sending in Jamie McCoon, Black, and Narc. Now Cliffside is there to help. Alk is going to be on his way in as well. Narc very low. He's going to go down fairly soon. Black gets sniped out, and this looks like it's going to be 2-0 here for Aurum, unless something crazy happens.
Oh, Northstar coming in does get taken out as well, and those disc snipes were coming in, so discs and snipes coming in, but not able to connect once again. He got out too strong with that flag once again, and Aurum are doing really good on the offense, clearly, because they're dancing around the defense of Pelican, and then Pelican aren't able to keep it up even with their good chase. You saw, once again, quite a lot of players coming through. Knock, particularly, I saw coming through, putting on damage, then Nordsmark a little bit later, and I think it was also Black who was pushing forward, but Aurum too strong and clustering that back, and they are doing a strong cluster. They're moving their defense players forward, their offense are K'ing out and also trying to help on the way back, so that is really hard to combat, and they are playing Crossfire how it should be played.
Yeah, I agree. It's I must say I'm very surprised. I thought the Pelican defense was really going to force them to do a lot better escort play. But at the moment, Stump, Icy Pan, they're doing these grabs, and they're actually able to get a lot further than I thought they would, meaning that they can just respawn an escort, and it's a lot easier. Stubbiss is now there ready to help Icy Pan, and Alk is joining in as well. He's going to go ahead for the toss there, give it off to Cliffside, and he's already back in his base before they are even forced to do one toss, so that's going to look very good for Aurum. He's going to go for the punt. Cat forced to drop down. Is he going to have the energy to make it back up? Barely does, and that's going to be 3-0. Aurum taking a very strong lead here, and I must say, their cappers are doing a fantastic job, but I really think it's the Pelican defense that needs to pick it up. I don't think it's necessarily something they're doing wrong. They just need to connect with their shots more, because there's no reason that the cappers should be getting that far with that much health at this point.
I mean, hopefully we can go in and take a look at it says never mind, but it is 24K's offense pushing in now. Maybe we see what they're doing exactly right. They are having Cliffside just on the right side midfield, putting in some of that Merv spam, doing quite a lot of damage on stand. He's connecting quite a lot, and it is a small stand, so Suzuki does not have a lot of places to run. Let's see where their capper is. He's actually a little bit out, so they're going to wait for the rest of their offense. The first strike of the game has come out from Fidget, who's going to be running as an offense player, trying to put on extra shots on stand, and that is really hard to combat. There's a nice offense push. Stubb is coming in now. They've timed this lovely. Fidget does get taken down. Little has spotted the capper coming in. Jamie McComb still on stand, and he is out once again. Somehow pushing through. Snipes are coming out. He's on 142 health and moving across the midfield. He needs to be taken out now. This once again going to be really dangerous for Pelican, and the punt goes forward. Icy Pan with the no. Doesn't get the pickup, and that's going to bounce under the base, buying Pelican a bit more time. They're going to have to push forward here.
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to be able to do it. Fidget's just waiting for his energy. It's back now, and unless they get someone up there and going, it's not going to happen. The Merv just a little bit too early. Itron just a little bit late, and Aurum are going to take a 4-0 lead. And this is very surprising. I mean, I thought Pelican was going to be able to hold on quite a bit more, but the Aurum offense is just so overwhelming right now.
It's almost giving Pelican not enough time to think about their own offense and get their own caps out. They're focusing so much on trying to stop these from getting home and being unable to do so that they're not able to send their offense for themselves, and they're really getting rolled over right now by Aurum. Aurum are just, like I said, playing Crossfire how it's meant to be played, getting that capper out with a nice offense clear. You saw how nice that last offense run was, and, you know, chaining them up, and then finishing off with some nice cluster play. That's how you got to do it, and I mean, if Pelican doesn't turn this around soon, then they are going to be in a real heap of trouble, and they're not looking too good at 4-0 down. And for anyone who is just joining us now, this is the EUTL match between Pelican and Aurum, and it will be playing, we're still in the, what is it, the group stages, I think it's called?
Yep.
Yeah, and that's for the $2,500 tournament for Europe, for Tribes Ascend.
Indeed, we do have Icy Pan making yet another grab here for Aurum. Nitron not going to connect. Nordsmark going to be able to pump some damage into him. He's waiting there in midfield. He's going to toss it over him, though, and now there's two players there for Aurum ready to pick it up. It's going to be Fidget picking it up, boosts himself away. Black goes down as one of the chasers, and he punts it off again. Looks like it should be cured here by Aurum. There are two players coming in now for Pelican. From Jamie McComb trying to put some damage into Icy. Not going to be enough. You look at that cap with just a sliver of health left, and Jamie McComb picks it up in rage afterwards, but he goes down very quickly. So yet again, the cappers somehow making it out here. Pelican are just not connecting with their shots right now on defense.
Yeah, they're really struggling with defense, which is really surprising. Let's have a look. Their generator is still up. Jamie McComb is currently running that technician on defense. Let's have a look at his generator. He's got a lot defending that generator. The light turret's focused in on that. So Zook 7 should be running those force fields, but he's actually running Zabru at the moment, so he's not using force fields, which I would not recommend. If you're working to keep your generator up like that, then you should be using everything you can, having those force fields where possible. It just adds something else to the offense of 24K are going to need to put down, so maybe they should reconsider if they're going to, you know, prioritize the generator with a technician defense, then maybe also use force fields with their heavy on flag. Once again, Aurum's offense are coming in now. Cliffside doing a lot of that damage himself. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough this time, but there's no one on the stand. Once again, no one on the stand. They've taken out the Hoff, and there's nothing else there. No claymores, no anything. So he's taking snipes. So he's going along the midfield with a healthy amount of HP left on him. The punt does go out to Icy Pan, who is playing in the midfield again. Once again, misses the pickup. And Nox coming, Nox does get the return this time. Meanwhile, Black does come in for his route, but does get shut down just in front.
Yeah, the problem, I was watching that fairly closely last time, and the problem that I'm seeing right now is Pelican have swapped away from that 4D that I thought they were running at the beginning. I don't know if they were ever running it. Looks like Narc might have just been helping out at the beginning, but he's now moved on to offense, so that leaves him only with 3D, of course. And the problem I think right now is Sejuk is being forced to go off the stand and duel. They don't have someone who's actually running out there and dueling the heavies, so Cliffside is just spamming away here. Finally, Yanksaur is going to be going out after him, but Yanksaur is meant to be on the offense there. Jamie McComb should really be the one going out there and doing some dueling, because it's forcing Sejuk off the stand, because he has to go out and duel, and that's leaving the clear stand for Stubbis. So they need to get their defense a little bit more in order and have someone play more aggressively and go out there and duel people, because right now, Sejuk is having to do essentially everything, and he can't go out and duel and stop the cappers.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jamie McComb is actually pushing out to, or pushed out to meet Cliffside here, but it's not worked because Icy Pan is out with the stand and the Cliffside was still up, putting on that damage. So once again, we're seeing it being pushed along midfield. This time, Icy Pan infiltrates, so infiltrates cap, maybe his Kappa, the Aurum's Kappa was shut down. Once again, they're trying to keep this cluster going, and look at those 4 players pushing forward from Aurum. They're struggling to pick it up, but they have pushed out, which is the important part. And now this is Pelican's final push, really, for the 6th cap. Narc picking up and throwing off stand, buying his team a little bit more time, and maybe Nordmark can keep that going in midfield, or Narc. Someone has to keep this going, and it is going to be turned into the 6th cap for Aurum. They are rolling all over Crossfire right now.
Yeah, the other problem for them right now is, you know, if a standoff, or not a standoff, sorry, but if an escort play like this is going to happen from the other team, you usually want the defense's offense. So in this case, it would be Pelican's offense to help join in and try and set up a bit of a presence, but they're getting demolished on offense. And I think that's the other main problem that Pelican's having is their defense is getting no help from their offense. Their offense is just not able to get going here. They're not able to pull the flag off and force force Aurum to sort of move into like standoff positions, buy them a little bit more time or anything of that sort. The offense is just getting cleaned up repeatedly. So even when the escort play comes out, they're all having to spawn at their base and try to catch up instead of actually having people ready there waiting to intercept. So it's a very difficult predicament here for Pelican, and Aurum they're just playing really well. They're winning all the duels. They're connecting with all the shots as Inno first snipes down Black, and that's going to be it for the Pelican offense again. I mean, Narc's going to come in there from the back and do some spamming, but they're just going to get cleaned up, and if they make a grab right now, they're all going to be dead by the time the escort play reaches the base. So it's a really weird situation for Pelican to be in, and I'm not too sure what they can actually do to get better on offense, because right now, Inofer is just connecting on his shots.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say that so far, the Aurum offense has been the stars of the show. They've been doing really well, but, you know, while we've been watching that, their defense has been super strong as well. I mean, you look at the scoreboard, and 32 kills are currently sitting on Innifor. He's really taking out all the players he can, and Pelican are just unable to really make a dent in this defense. They are running that Technician on stand. They're also running the all-important Doombringer in Cat 909, meaning he can run those force fields, although I don't see any up at the moment. Their generators still being put up with 11, 12-ish minutes left on the clock, 6-0. Pelican looking in such a difficult place at the moment.
Yeah, they just look all sort of out of... They're just all out of sorts at this point. The only thing they could really do is... Inofer hasn't really died recently since I've started watching him, so... I mean, he's just able to find Black, he's able to pick him out, and as soon as he finds him, he just snipes him out. He's not missing the shots, he connects, and Black is... You know, Black's already been spotted right now, gets sniped down, no regen, he's gonna go down, and they don't have any backup plan, I think is the main problem from what I'm seeing from Pelican. I mean, Narc's gonna be coming in now on a static route, very slow, but dual capper I think would be their best chance this time. Have Black run his standard route and then have like an infiltrator capper come in on a slow route. They have to try something to get it going, and as you mentioned, there are no force fields up, so you might as well run that infiltrator, see if you can get in even with a slow route. Just force the defense to react, because right now the RM defense just having a field day, not having to move around. They're pulling out another Shrike just for laughs, and it's, unless Pelican really pull something out on the offense, either kill an Ofor or run a second capper, this is just going to be a 7-0 in the next couple minutes.
I mean, I've just saw Narc on a really successful run by himself as an offense player, but that's it. He's by himself. Nordsmark is busy taking out Alk 1000 here on the back of the base as a brute, and I mean, Narc came in and did a lot of damage for one person, but it was one person, and Black is only coming in like now, a good 15-20 seconds later, so it's no good. It's that timing, and I think it's something I saw them struggling on last time they played on Drydock, is just that offense timing, and it's going to be really difficult once that with their defense under such trouble. Once again, Stubb is out on a soldier route this time. He is switching up all over the place. 500 to 600 health left on him, going across the midfield just like he has every single time, and this could be curtains for Pelican on the first map. He's jumping up to the stand, and a little bit of time bought for him, but it's not going to be enough. 7-0 on Crossfire. That is not the game that Pelican wanted.
No, that was so well played there by 24K. They just did everything perfectly there that they needed to do, and Ofor was a beast on the sniping. Every time Black was even spotted, even if he didn't manage to kill him, he stopped his regen right in the middle. It was just, nothing was ticking there on the Pelican offense, and the defense for 24K just unreal on that map. It was way too strong, and they didn't even use force fields.
Yeah, absolutely. That was as a Pelican fan, that was painful to watch. But I mean, taking nothing away from Aurum there, they are playing beastly at the moment. They apparently have been doing in every single game they've been playing recently. So wow, that is really strong. The first map going to Aurum. Maybe we'll see if on the next map, I think is Bella Omega. Am I right?
No,
Oh, no,
Sunstar
it's
first.
Sunstar, yeah. So Sunstar, that's going to be interesting. Hopefully Pelican can maybe do a little bit different. It's a similar map in ways, but also very different at the same time. For anyone joining us now, this is Tribes Ascend, the European Tribes League, and this is the ProLeague Group Stages with Pelican versus Aurum. They are competing to see who will be able to make it through to the knockout stages, I think. Is that the right word of saying? For the $2,500 tournament.
For the playoffs. Is
For the players,
preferable
that's the
way,
one,
I
not
guess
the
you could say,
knockouts.
of putting
Playoffs,
it. But they are knockout stages, essentially, anyway. But for any of you that were not able to catch up on the website as to what the standings are, Aurum are currently first place in their group, now with 12 points. And if they manage to win these next two maps, they will be going through as the #1 seed, giving them a bye in the first round, instantly putting them into the semi-finals. Pelican, in the meantime, can still fight for that second place spot. It's going to be very difficult, and I think now that they've lost this map, it's not actually possible. But they still do want to win a map because the rest of the group has not been decided. They still could theoretically be knocked out and not qualify for the playoffs. So every map is still important, and they really do have reasons to go for this. As mentioned, $2,500 are on the line, and anything is possible once you make it to the playoffs. So everything to play for here at this point. And despite that first map, they will, of course, have 2 more shots at it.
Yep, absolutely. So now we go on Sunstar, on Diamond Sword once again. We have the Majestic Pelican. Maybe they can make a comeback and make this happen. Keep themselves in the possibility for the playoffs. It is Suzuki7, Little, Jamie McComb, Black, Yanksaw, Narc, and Nordsmark.
And on Blood Eagle, we are going to have the winners of the last map 7-0. It's going to be Aurum with Cliffside, Cat999, Alk 1000, Fidget, Icy Pan, Enofor, and Stubbus. If we don't see Enofor getting shut down this map, I think it's going to be a 7-0 again.
Yeah, Enofor so strong, or I think it's Enofor, I think is how he prefers it. I might be wrong in that, but he has been really strong in the last map. Cliffside out really early in this, actually, in a Raider grabbing this across the midfield. Looks like they might want to set up another cluster style play, as he's not going particularly fast, actually hitting this tower, and he's going to have a lot of support. Fidget is still with him, but Jamie McComb is still there, going to be doing damage if he... No, he's actually been taken out by Fidget. Fidget with some nice support there, and now they're brute capping it down the middle, really making this happen. You do have Yanksaw there, and Nordsmark. Quite a lot of players on the Aurum flag stand to make this E-grab, but someone needs to make it. It needs to happen. They're all moving for the kill at the moment, and at least someone has to kind of throw that off stand, maybe.
Yeah, Yanksaw went in for it. He got taken down. Nitron's going to force the flag down right now. Jamie McComb's going to be taken down. Stubbus is going to pick it up. Little's going to make the grab, and it gets instantly returned, and Aurum are able to make the first cap. Now, despite that, that's very positive there from Pelican. What happened in that didn't happen in the last map was they had people on the stand. In Crossfire, they didn't have a single person on the stand the whole game. Here they had 3. So even though Aurum managed to secure that, Pelican, I think, are looking a lot better already on this.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's maybe easier to get all the way across and jump on that stand. It's not as much of an energy drain to get up and jump on it. They did do that. I think they were maybe a little late on picking the flag up, and Little actually was very unfortunate in returning it straight away. And I should say, Little actually being the sentinel, jumping all the way onto the enemy flag stand to make that happen. So obviously not the best player to make the E-grab happen, but at least they did. Either way, Aurum looking strong out of the gates with that. To be honest, it wasn't a play that should have necessarily got back. I think that it should have been able to be shut down. It was Stubbs coming as a Raider, not going particularly fast, not with a lot of health, and Pelican were not able to shut it down.
Yeah, I agree. Black just missing his route there on the other side. Icy Pan's going to go ahead and make the pickup now again. Renegade Infiltrator this time, though, and it looks like that Nitron was so close there from Suzuki, just didn't quite land. Second one not going to be nearly as close. Now, Suzuki is going to be picked off here in just a second. Jamie McComb and Black going to be coming in behind. Going to get there in time. It doesn't look like it. Icy Pan just going to be able to make it all the way. 2-0 coming out now from Aurum, and once again, their defense looking good.
Yep, neither of his... Yep, absolutely. So Yanksaw is actually going in as the infiltrator here, trying to take out Enofor, which is going to be a really important play. This is a very sniper-happy map, and Yanksaw has to time this kill on him. So he's actually letting him be at the moment. He's going to move in any second, and Little's actually trying to O-snipe him as well. So Yanksaw is...
He knows he's here.
Yeah, he's moving away. He knows something's coming in, and Pelican are setting up their route now. Oh no, he's actually screwed up, so he's had to suicide out. That's ruined their whole offense timing. Meanwhile, Aurum actually setting up theirs currently.
Yeah, I think actually what might have happened in the first cap, now that we thought of it, is they might have been waiting for Black to come in on the route, and the reason they didn't grab it is just simply because they thought he was going to get in there in time, and then he was probably sniped out by Enofor. So that's that would explain that, I would guess. I can't confirm it, but I would assume so, and that would make it more than acceptable. But Cliffside here, making yet another grab in that Soldier. Looks like they are just going to run escort plays. They are just going to kill all the defense and run escorts, and it's working out fantastically. Cliffside has just taken a little bit of damage from Nordsmark, but he's going to be fine. He's going to be back in time. Yanks are going to have to try and stop this with an Infiltrator grab. Is going to do so, gets taken down instantly. Cliffside falling down,
jumps
bit of a
down.
chance.
Here it goes, Black coming in, but does get blocked. Nordsmark still on stand, and once it gets the kill, can Nordsmark get the return? Oh my god, I can't even see in there. But no, he is not able to get the return, and meanwhile, Narc has been able to jump through and pick up that flag and punt it across the midfield, trying to buy his team some more time. They really need to push forward, and they are being a teensy bit slow about it, and it's not going to be enough, so it's 3-0. Interestingly enough, that cap was made by just a llama grab plan B, from Aurum there. Stubbis messed up on his route and actually had to stop and moved in very slowly, and they were just like, well, I mean, we've done the work, we've cleared the stand, let's just literally walk it off the stand. So at the moment, I think that's happened a couple of times for them as well. At the moment, that's their plan B working against Pelican, so I think it's a huge part of this is the fact that Aurum's offense is so strong, they're taking out Pelican's defense and just able to walk it away, really.
Yeah, I mean, if we wanted to put it in simple terms, Pelican doesn't have a plan B on offense. They're relying on Black, and if Black isn't making it, they really don't have anything else they can do. They're not winning the duels on the offensive side. They're not able to completely clear the stand like they want to. I mean, Black coming in now, and now they actually do have the stand mostly clear. Cat does go down. This is finally a good opportunity for them. Black's going to be getting out here. Nice, simple back to front. Not going as fast as he'd like, probably, but 250 is still plenty enough. It looks like they're going to get it. First cap of the game coming up here for them.
Icy Pan moving in, not able to get the kill, and there it is, Black making the first cap of the night for Pelican there, and that is going to be really important for their morale, actually getting some of those caps up. And meanwhile, Stubbis once again out, this time a little bit more boots on him, and he's going as a soldier, punting across the huge chasm of doom, and that's going to land in Icy Pan's hands, and they're going to, whoa, lovely catch as Black actually comes in, and really, look at this push from Pelican. They really have an opportunity to do some damage here. He does get taken out by a little, lovely snipe from him. Jamie McComb coming in for the return, isn't able to get it, and it's bouncing around. There's a lot of Aurum players pushing forward. Nordsmark with a lot of health on him, coming forward, but still not able to make it happen. Oh, it's going to be difficult for Pelican at this point, but Yangsor just does jump out with a flag. Black is pretty much the last hope for them, and he shoots past, missing his Nitron. They're going to return this any second. Oh, he gets the Nitron, not coming in.
And Narc is going to be taken down, though. Icy Pan's going to go ahead and pick this up. It doesn't look like anyone else going to be able to stop this. Jamie McComb going to force another Nitron out there. Pelican buying themselves plenty of time, but no one else is coming in. A horribly advised toss out there now. And Aurum are just tossing the flag. Was it a Nitron? My bad. But flag just going left and right at this point. Fidget going to be forced to pick it up. Yanks are coming in now to an Infiltrator. He's going to go ahead and pick it up and start to try and get away here. Pelican somehow surviving this despite the fact it should have been capped off like 20 different times now. Fidget tried to toss it off there, but then just picks it up again. Narc is actually getting away a little bit, but he's actually going to punt it. And it looks like we might be moving in for a standoff, although Cliffside's on his way in. Is anyone? No one from Pelican's coming to pick this flag up. Oh no, Cliffside's going to go there against Narc, and Narc's not going to be able to stop him. What a misplay coming out there from Pelican after such great offense. Wow, that's a big shame. They should have had someone going for that.
That was just such a nice push from Pelican, but then that mortal mistake of Narc did a great job, picked up in the field after Yangsor dropped it, kept it going, punted exactly the right time when it's going to be taken out, and then no one came forward to pick it up from the defense because they were also pushing to try and get their own flag back. It was a nice push from Pelican, but once again, Aurum keeping their heads, not losing the flag. I mean, they dropped it a bunch of times. There was some really nice nitron from Jamie McComb, I think it was. But yeah, Pelican, just one mistake, not bring that person to pick up the flag and move it into a standoff quick enough, and that's cost them another cap, 4-1 in favour of Aurum. It's really looking bad once again for Pelican, even on Sunstar.
Yeah, I mean, Narc punted the flag, and Narc was the one who ended up going for his own punt. Cannot happen in that sort of situation. Stubb is going to make another grab here. They have the stand once again completely clear. Going to go over that chasm. In the meantime, we have Black was going for it as well. Was forced to punt it off, though. He didn't have nearly enough health. Stubbis is all the way back in his base. Doesn't look like there's that much chasing coming in. Sejuk and Jamie McComb will be in here eventually, but it looks like Aurum have secured their flag in the meantime. Flag going to be returned. Sejuk going to be taken out. Jamie McComb just a little bit too far behind. Stubbis going to make that 5-1. Aurum once again just being strong, clearing out all the defense, and plan B. It just works for them. And if their capper doesn't come in, they just grab it and go. And you know, Stubbis, I think, was doing the capping for them, and he was incredibly low. Normally, you'd say, well, just cut it out and we'll just go with Llama, but they were like, nah, we got it clear. Let's just go for it, and it worked.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Aurum is a team that used to be called Team Nevermind, and they renamed to Aurum because casters always call them Nimblemind, another tribe's team. And I think now they should just rename to Plan B, because that seems to be what they're running. I haven't seen a fast cap brew from them as much as them just picking up the flag and keeping it going. We have seen Cliffside come out a couple of times with the Soldier, but even then it does seem to turn into a cluster to them. And hats off to them, they're making the cluster work. They are making it happen. And I love seeing those cluster plays. They are really skilled, and there's flags bouncing around all over the place. It's very exciting to see happen. As opposed to your standard capper going back to front and just making it home. But we are seeing the second strike of the game coming out once again from Fidget, and he has not spotted Black on his route, so this could be dangerous for him. The clearing is not there though, and the generator is now up for Team Aurum, so Black is going to have a huge trouble. This offense is just non-existent from Pelican. Alk and Cat are going to see him on the stand, but he does get out. Really nice from Black there. Meanwhile, Cliffside is out on the other side.
Indeed, we do have dual caps coming on. Shrike going to be able to go out there. Ooh, somehow doesn't get the run over. Forced Black to the side on my screen, but didn't actually get the kill. And it looks like Little's going to be forced to pick this up here. The Shrike does go down there to Fidget. Icy Pan's there ready and waiting as well, though. This flag carrier should go down. Oh, that was so close there. Icy Pan almost intercepted that Juke. Very nicely went in there and got it first. And indeed, a very good midair coming out there. He does fall, but Jamie McComb going to be able to pick it up. Cat, in the meantime, has secured the flag for the Alk side. For the Aurum side. And looks like maybe Yanksor? Nope, he's going to toss it off to Innifer first. And we will be moving into a standoff spot. No Sonic Punch, of course, means Yanksor going to be forced to try and get the kill. Able to get it, but a toss is going to keep it away from him. He's going to go down. Probably should have waited for a little bit more of his offensive buddies to get in there before going for that kill.
Yeah, so that was a nice running of Safeful to keep him alive. That Shrike could have ended it all for Pelican, but there was the Safeful perk being run by the Kappa there. And now we have moved into a standoff. And what I noticed is Pelican sent their offense in really quick, but now Aurum's offense, 4 players all coming in. Look at all them KOs. The flag is returned with absolutely no problem. This could be a cap, but their generator is still up, so that shield is going to make it a little bit longer for him to move back to his stand. The E-grab was made anyway. Black still coming in. He's moving towards the stand. Can he get the flag off Alk? Yes, he gets the flag off Alk. Does not get the return, just misses the thrust. And there are so many Aurum players here. They have their offense here, they have their defense here, and Jamie McComb and Narc still pushing forward to try and make something happen. But once again, this chain coming from them, this has got to be it, surely. Pelican might just not have enough time to make this happen, and once again the generators are still up, so it gives them that extra little bit of shielding. 6-1 with 40 minutes left on this map. Pelican, I reckon it's gone surely to Aurum by this point. What can they do to kind of get themselves at least on the board a bit more? I don't know.
Well, there's obviously this map is long gone. There's nothing they can do to beat Aurum on this one. Aurum are just way strong on this, and this is way too easy of an escort map, I guess you could say. And so I wouldn't necessarily say punt it, but certainly use the rest of the time, just talk things out, calm down a little bit, see what's going wrong on your offense, see what they're doing great on offense, see if, not necessarily if you can mirror it, but at least pull some stuff from it. And, you know, right now, I know for managing to snipe out Black again, clearly, he is the main problem right for them on the offense because they are so heavily reliant on their capper, and they're really not running a secondary strategy. They have no second capper. They're running 2 heavies and an infiltrator, and the infiltrator's all the way out on the side of the map. They don't have a plan B. And if they don't have a plan B, they need to kill an Ofer, and they're just not doing it. Stubbus here might be able to put the nail in the coffin, though. And Nordsmark gonna try and put some damage into him, but 260, he's gonna have escort. Narc probably will go for the E-grab, but I think this is just delaying the inevitable, and Aurum are likely gonna take this in the next minute or so. That
was a really nice push from Aurum. They had Fidget in this Shrike here, and he was able to do so much, and there it is, 7-1 on the second map. I think we will still obviously be going to the third for the map score, but that is 2 maps now taken by Aurum very convincingly, 7-0 and 7-1. They are just such a strong team, and it's actually a kind of a pleasure to watch them play so well, because they have been playing amazingly. Just keeping those clusters happen. And Fidget doing a really nice job on offense with that Shrike, clearing it, and Cliffside coming in with a nice solid route. So we are now moving across to Bella and Mega. Now this map could be a little bit more even. I think Pelican are a lot better on Bella currently than they maybe are in those 2 maps. Crossfire and Sunstar. They have won some important games on Bella, and they've been definitely playing it relatively often, or at least I've seen them play quite a few times recently. So maybe we can move, a bit more towards a what am I thinking of? Even game. But either way, this will be the final game of tonight, EUTL match between Aurum and Pelican. DocLettuce, I'm losing my words, man.
Yeah, I know you never were quiet and forcing me to take over on that one. But yeah, Bella Omega is certainly a very different map from the first two. On the first two, we saw a lot of escort play and Plan Bs coming out there from Aurum. They were able to just pick up the flag, and they had, the maps were not that big. They could easily escort it back. But now this map is a lot bigger, so the escort play is going to afford Pelican a lot more opportunities to go in there, pump some damage, and hopefully get some more returns. And there are really fun rock routes that can happen on this map, so I'm hoping that Black can mix it up a little bit. It's not as easy to spot him on this map, and so hopefully Enofer is going to have a little bit more of a harder time trying to pick him out, and if that happens, maybe they'll get the flag a little bit more, get some more flag out in the field for them, because they've really gotten hardly any. And as long as they're able to pull the flag off the side, I can give them a chance, but they just... I don't know. I thought this was going to be the map that they would have the best chance on, but Aurum are just unbelievable right now, and I would still honestly pick them to win 7-1.
Okay, there it is, the predictions coming out from DocLettuce. I will hold you to that, but for the last time tonight, we have Diamond Sword with the not-so-majestic-looking Pelican currently. Maybe they can make a comeback. It is Nordsmark, Narc, Sejuk 7, Jamie McComb, Little, Black, and Yangsaw.
And on Blood Eagle, we are going to have the most likely first-place finishers in Division B for the EUTL ProLeague. Sorry, Division 2. On Blood Eagle, it's going to be Aurum with Fidget, Cliffside, Elk 1000, Cat 999, Icy Pan, Stubbis, and Enofer, or Enofer. I will call him Enofer since you claim that is his moniker and how he wishes for it to be said, but yes. So I honestly think he's the one to focus on this point, because no matter what, if they don't take him, I don't see him getting by it. He's just been so on point this game that if he's alive, they're not getting a cap. It's that simple for me.
I can see that happening. It is going to be a really important. It is going to be really important for them that they do take him out. I can maybe see them trying to get a cluster down the middle of the map under the in the tunnels, in the thrusting tunnels. But Black is actually out this time with 900 health and a lot of speed on. This is looking good for him. Just under 300. He's moving across the midfield. Snipes are not coming out. He does have a little bit of cover from them rocks. And wow, all the defense is home. Icy Pan, the only one left. Can Icy Pan make the kill? He does not get the body block. And Pelican making the first cap of Bella Omega. That's looking good for them. Black has some nice roots on this, apparently.
Yeah, that was a fantastically timed push for so many reasons for Pelican. Black, I was watching his route. He comes in and he uses the rock that if you're staring at the enemy base, it's the one to the left, and Enofer was on the right side, so a bit unfortunate for him. He wasn't able to spot him out, but they took down the gens, I believe, 2 seconds before Black passed through, so that was a perfect timing coming out from them. Narc was able to get the kill on Enofer as well, taking any sort of stuff coming out, and that was very well done there by Pelican. And now I've got some hopes, but I'll still stick with Aurum to win the map.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see what Aurum kind of answered to that with. They had Pelican had such a strong offense there, and really nice timing with Black, and it's one of those things. He was coming in too fast, and Aurum weren't able to do anything, but Stubbis is now coming in, going on the front to back, and he's having to go on a little bit further route back, but he is out nonetheless with roughly 300, just once again a little bit less than 300. The shots are coming out, but not doing enough damage. There are a lot of Pelican players on this stand. My god, look at that. Yangsaw, Narc, and Nordsmark all standing around there trying to get clearance for their kappa, but Narc has actually had to pick it up, so Black must have been taken out by Enofer or something along those lines, and now Stubb is coming in. Jim McComb trying to do damage. It's not going to be enough. Stubb is coming in. There it is, 1-1. There is the answer I was looking for from Team Aurum, and it was pretty strong, so yeah, I reckon this could be a tough one.
Yeah, I believe Stubbis missed his route a little bit there. He lost quite a bit of speed bouncing off the hills even then, so it wasn't nearly as quickly as I think he would normally do if he had, if he not mess, or I don't know if he messed it up or if someone knocked him out. I wasn't able to follow him in. I was watching Black. But yeah, the thing that I really like to see out of Pelican in that situation that they did really well was Jamie McComb, Jamie McComb, whatever, he moved, he didn't go directly towards the capper. He moved for an intercept route that gave him the best shots. And that was really important, and I really like to see that from Pelican. On the previous maps, they had to do a lot of chasing. Here, if Stubbis runs that route, they can do a lot of intercepting, and I think that'll make it a lot better for them to go up against the escort play that Aurum brings out. But Icy Pan's picked up the flag right now. You do see he has 135 health. He's going to be taken down fairly quickly, and Icy coming out from Little, and that's going to stop it right in its tracks. Fidget's going to...
really nice clear here from Pelican.
Not. Fidget's picked it up, actually, and now, all of a sudden, looks like Aurum might be able to secure this flag, so we might be moving to a standoff. Black is able to make that front to back. And yeah, so I thought Pelican was going to be able to get that return, but they didn't. Nice play coming out there from Fidget to pick it up and punt it away and kill off Jay. And now we are moving into a standoff, so this is really interesting.
Yeah, so that last clear from Pelican was actually, I was thinking it was going to be a little bit late, and that Black was going to come into some stand still being there and their offense coming in, but they did just manage to make it happen. He did take a lot of damage, but now they are into officially the standoff. I didn't see the return, you know, the close return happening, but either way, we are moving the standoff. I do still favour Aurum in that in the standoff. After seeing the last game, their offense push, they did need one push, and it is coming in now, and it is looking strong. 4-0 coming into the stand. Suzuki, Little, and Jamie McComb all have to clam up and make sure they put all this damage on, but they are not doing it. Oh my god, Suzuki goes down so quickly. All 4 Aurum players still there. The bounce does not favour them. Jamie McComb with a triple kill. Oh my god, can they clear this up? Little with no health. Lucaslav's the only one left, and he does get the return. Oh, they almost managed to keep that going, but now it is all on Aurum to get this back to the stand.
Alk has the flag right now, just currently sitting on top of the rock, waiting for the rest of his team to do the clear. Pelican with a little bit of a misplay. They should have had someone there ready and waiting on the stand, but instead they didn't, and now they are going to be able to get this cap. So Aurum with a nice, very defensive clear. It was fantastic coming out from them. And Alk didn't drop below like 1,000 health or so for the longest period of time on defense. So their offense, I didn't get to see it, of course, because I was watching the other side in case something happened there. But, you know, the offense is just not matching up right now. The Aurum offense just doing work, and the Aurum defense is holding strong there on that standoff, so...
I mean, you saw that Aurum offense come in. They came in all at the same time from different angles. 4 of them coming into 3 of Pelicans on stand. They just obliterated them. Jamie McComb obviously able to get that really nice thumper. I think it was the thumper at least, triple kill. Which, let's be honest, you know, he was a little bit lucky that they lined up, but it was very impressive nonetheless. And Little was basically the only one left as a center with not a lot of health, so there's nothing he could do at the time. And 2-1 currently to Aurum. That was some really nice play from both teams. Maybe we'll see another couple of standoffs. Once again, I'm seeing Aurum's offense come in. Really nice timing. Their Kappa maybe... Yeah, no, this looks like really nice timing. He is getting his regen. That stand is completely clear, so he's going to be out. And Pelican struggling on the other side as the flag is dropped off. Aurum really got the ball in their court right now.
Yeah, it looked like Narc went for a bit of an E-grab there. Didn't get anything going. Stubbis is already back at his base. Nordsmark is forced to drop down. They actually do get a really nice kill. It was a juke on that. Not able to get the bounce, though. Black is going to be taken down as well by Pan with those knives. Jamie McComb coming in. He might actually be able to get this. The flag has not been picked up. Now he gets taken down, and it looks like Aurum are going to be able to likely secure this. Yanksor coming in, but he's just going to be finished off. Icy Pan going to go make this the 3-1. And so Aurum once again strong there on the offense. I do want to brush back to that standoff really quickly. If we do see another standoff, fixed flags apparently. Something wouldn't happen there, but they got the cap, so it's all good.
I don't think they're in a position to complain right now. They are currently winning 2 maps.
Going back to that standoff really quick, Aurum, their standoff was behind the base at the rock, and I think one thing that would have been a lot better for Pelican in that situation was have someone stay on the stand, send your 3 offense to try and get the kill, and if the return happens, because everyone's so far away, you pick up the flag, you drop down the tubes, and you try to do some escort play. And they sent all 4 of their offense, I believe, out to go chase down the defense from Aurum, and that just left no one on the stand to make the E-grab when they needed it. And I think they would have been able to prolong it quite a bit more, and maybe even gotten another standoff forced that. So keep an eye on if the standoffs do happen again, because I think they would have had an easy E-grab that they could have saved and bought themselves a good 30 seconds more.
Yeah, perhaps. And once again, we are seeing the offense from Aurum. Icy Pan is actually the only one left on here. Stubbs is moving in on his route. Actually, once again, this front to back. And wow, the defense being able to keep it going. But Jamie McComb only gets the body block. There's the cleanup from Jamie McComb. He manages to save himself in the last few seconds. And that flag is actually in a nice position for him. But no, Jamie McComb does go for the return as Cliffside was coming in as a front pathfinder. And it's returned into no one, so Fidget is going to pick it up as a pathfinder himself and go chasing after Black, who is setting up his own cap route, but Fidget has lost all of his speed. They should be easily chased down unless they can set up some esports pass, and it's too late. Stubbis is actually going to have to K out there.
Yeah, the problem is if the flag is anywhere down near the bottom, you can just pick it up and drop down, so it's not... I don't know if there really is necessarily a good place for the flag to be in this situation. I mean, if the flag's up top, there are some good places for it, but if it's anywhere off the top of the stand, it's not going to work. Black is out, though, with 139 health left and going. He is going fast, almost 300. Cliffside not able to connect with it, and Icy Pan is really the only one left there. The rock bounce, not going to take any damage off him, but he's going to go for the punt there.
Oh, the punt's
it's going to hit the side and drop. Oh, no, Icy Pan is there. Go invisible, not going to happen. Oh, what a mid-air return coming out from Fidget. He says, no, sir, not on my watch. Pelican. A big shame for that. Was fantastic coming out there from Black, but Fidget was there to make the return. Fantastic play coming out there from them. A good play coming out from Icy Pan as well, distracting all the Pelican members, making them look at him, and wow. A bit of a miss punt coming out there, but a fantastic play from Fidget.
Oh my god, Jamie not too happy about the bounce, but let's be honest, that was not a good pass to stand. There was too much power in it, and it hit the top, and that was just not what Pelican needed. They almost could have got a cat back on the board, but Stubb is coming in. The flag gets shut down by Suzuki by accident there. That is the best kind of body block, the accidental body block coming out from him there. But yeah, oh, such a shame. They had that in the bag, basically. All they need was a really nice punt, pass to stand, and Icy Pan actually gets shut down by Suzuki as the flag is returned. They were trying to go for the sneaky under the ground route. For people who maybe don't know this map particularly well, there are some speed tunnels under the ground that you can jump down and llama the flag through and maybe try and cluster it back, so they were trying to go for that time.
Yeah, I would like to see a couple of those plays actually come out, because I think it's very interesting. It forces a lot of cluster play and a lot of cluster response. But we are going to swap here to Black really quickly with 166 health, getting out again, running that front to back. Cliffside is there, ready and waiting though. Not going to be able to put some damage in. Went for the Merv, and that might cost them. 4 on Black at the moment, finally does go down. It's going to be returned. Oh, Icy Pan not quite getting it. Sejuk with a fantastic use of the force fields there, able to get the explosion on him. Didn't need the midair. Got the kill because he aimed at the force field, killed Icy Pan, got the grab, got the cap. There we go. Fantastic play coming out there from Sejuk and Pelican, but Stubb is here trying to respond now for him. He is out. 220 health on him. This is going to be difficult for Pelican to catch up with.
Yes, this is definitely going to be difficult to catch up with. He's going for a little bit of a long route around the outside of the map. Black has got some really nice moves on him and doing a lot of damage, but it's not enough. 180 health. He needs a mid-air or something. He does go for the punt, and that's going to fall a little bit short. But Cannon with the pickup, is he going to punt himself, or is he? He does go for the punt. That's not a good choice as it drops down. Oh, Icy Pan with a nice pickup though. That's able to keep it alive. He's taking a lot of damage himself. Pelican really needs to try and get this back. They are putting chain damage on him, but not a lot of damage is happening. 300 health left on him. It looks like that is going to be the cap. 4-2, but Pelican at least looking a lot stronger in this map than the last two.
Little bit of a misplay coming out there from Black. Check that Nitro just a little bit too early there at the end. Might have been able to force the flag down again. Really risky play coming out there from Cat999. Not entirely sure if that punt was necessary, but Icy Pan with the fantastic save. That was a great pickup there. And yeah, great play coming out there from Aurum. A very good response from them. But Pelican, as you mentioned, certainly looking a lot better. And can you honestly believe it's only been 11 minutes?
I really can't. This feels like we've been going forever, just like with fast play the whole way through. It's been really nice to see this. And Pelican, definitely this is one of their maps. I've seen them play some really nice games on this, and they are looking stronger against Aurum than they have up to this point. But Aurum still have been looking, really powerful themselves. And I think it's Icy Pan who's been doing so much good inf play that he's got some really nice pickups. And I think he got a really nice return at one point. And yeah, they've maybe been a bit short on a few passes, but they've made a lot of more passes happen really nicely. Stubb is coming into the stand to a completely clear stand with 412 health, sorry. Not quite 420 YOLO swag, but he's moving across the midfield. Nordsmark looks to be the only one there to maybe make something happen. He needs to make the E-grab, but Nordsmark, he turns around, doesn't see it. 5-2 to Aurum, they are pulling ahead. Oh my.
I don't think anyone made the call. It didn't sound like anyone made the call for the E. I mean, as you said, he was the only one there. He was the only one who was going to be able to make it, but he turned away, and I don't think he thought it was going to be coming in that quickly, and no one gave him the call to make that E. So, bit of a shame coming out there from Pelican, but just want to give a quick shout out there to Cat, who did a fantastic job stopping Black there, able to get the mid-air shot on him as he was coming in for the for the grab right before Stubbs was able to get out and away, but are picking up there on the offense a little bit. They weren't doing so hot at the beginning, but now they've been getting out pretty quickly with a lot of routes, and that's not bode well for Pelican in the long run.
I mean, we were talking about Innofor at the start of this map. You thought, he has to be taken down. I haven't been able to see how much Pelican have done against him, but obviously not doing too badly. He is sitting on 15 kills currently, and actually taking shots at Blackers, so he's going to try and... Oh, he does make the connect, so maybe it is being a bit of a problem for him, but we aren't seeing the same amount of kills from the map like Crossfire. We're seeing him on 30 kills, just towards the end of the map. So maybe he's been a little bit slower on this one.
Yeah, it's certainly a lot easier map to disguise your route on, so to say. There's a lot more routes you can take, and I think Black is obviously one of the good cappers. He knows a lot about all the different routes, and he's been swapping it up very nicely. And if Inofer's on the wrong side of the base, he's not going to be able to spot Black out, so unless he gets some help from his offense, he's not going to know where he's from, and I think that's what's helped contribute a bit to the lack of kills. But Fidget here, actually going to pop down, chucking some grenades, going to try and kill off Jamie. Not yet, so close! He just goes for the toss. I'm not entirely sure why. Gets the kill on him afterwards, picks it up again and says, you know what, you were staring at the flag. Oh, a Nitron coming out there from Sejuk, barely missing. Fidget gonna go for the punt there, toss it off the cliffside. Sejuk's gonna be taken down here in just a second. It's killed out there by a disc shot, and now cliffside is out and free. Jamie McCoon coming in, but now the escort play from Aurum will start.
Yep, and there's a fast E-grab from Black going down the midfield. Pelican are able to get the return, but Black is out with a really nice E-grab, and it looks like we could be moving towards a standoff. And if Pelican send out their offense while Aurum is out of position, this could be really good. Janksor moving in doesn't do the damage and loses his cloak too early, so Pelican still have to climb up on D but send that offense, and it looks like they're actually prioritizing defense at the moment. So we are seeing Little and Narc move out, but there's needs to be a few more players to get this return, because there are a lot of Aurum players moving across the map at the moment. It is going to be, they have to act so quickly to beat this first round of Aurum offense, because the Aurum offense we've seen tonight has been stellar. It has been solid gold, man.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they're going to be able to stop it, but I don't necessarily know if it would have been all that helpful to send anyone out, like, right when they were trying to move into standoff spot, because I was watching Aurum, they had at least 4, if not 5 people there, so they would have been cleaned up pretty quickly, I feel. So it wasn't a horrible idea if they're able to get in now before the Aurum offense connects, but we do see some damage going on to Sejuk. Already, Sejuk is being forced to drop the flag, and this is, as you mentioned, this is going to be it. 4 players, all alive, and no one, well, okay, Little should really be going for the E. Why isn't anyone going for the E?
They need to, they're trying to focus the kill on Alk at the moment. He's been able to run away. Nordsmark is the only person left. They need to, like you said, they need to pick up that E. They do force the drop, but that's actually gone forward to Fidget, and he's going to make that happen. He is currently sitting in a Pathfinder, so he does have that thrust back. I would assume not coming in for the E-grab, is able to pick it up, but only just for a second. It's still buying his team some time. Black moving in to try and get the return. He's not doing it. The return is going to be made, and there it is, 6-2. Aurum once again so strong in that offense. They send it in, and it's pretty much guaranteed that they're going to get that return. They are so strong. Even though Pelican were doing a nice job, they didn't manage to jump in and get that E-grab in time, or at least move it away and try and get the kill. I don't know, it was...
That's very disappointing to see from the Pelican side. They really should have been able to do that. I don't know. They had 2 people that were essentially there on the stand, as I was hoping, but they didn't send anyone. They were like, let's see if we can get the kill. No, you're not going to get the kill. They had too many players there. And even if you got the kill, you weren't going to be able to get the return because everyone was respawning. You had to send someone to that flag. You had to pick it up and go for it. And they just didn't. And that left 7 Aurum people on defense. And we can tell, honestly speaking, Aurum are better at duels. They're winning the duels. You're not going to beat their 7 defense with your 7 offense. It's just not going to happen.
Yep,
so
absolutely.
I'm very disappointed in seeing that from Pelican. They should have been able to extend that for quite a while.
And thank you so much to the Tribes Ascend channel for updating their title. And once again, thank you for letting us show the EUTL match, but it's still going on here. Stub is out again with the flag, 260 health on him, 260 speed with 780 health. The chain is coming out, and this could be curtains for Pelican here. He is still making the long way round because of a fast side-to-side route, but he is back to stand in only a few seconds. I think this is it. There's not enough people here from Pelican. He does overshoot a little bit. Janksor there, not able to get the kill. 7-2. Aurum able to cap out 7 caps on every single game. Wow.
Yeah, that does secure Aurum the #1 spot in Division 2, so they're going to be going through with a bye to the instant semifinals, which will likely, provided everything plays out as I expect, end up giving them the winner of IDK against Pelican. Not exactly what you want, to be perfectly honest. But, as mentioned, Pelican are likely still going to go through unless Nimble and Zero Life are able to take a map off Flamboyant, so it's not all over for them. They just need to hope for a little bit of good play coming out from Flamboyant. I mean, the Division B is essentially set. Sorry, Division 2 is essentially set in their 1st and 2nd place. It's just a question of whether or not Zero Life are going to be able to take over that #3 spot from Pelican now.
Yeah, so Flamboyant versus Pelican is going to be... Flamboyant versus Nevermind. Nimbleminds is
Nimblemind Zero Life
is going to be a really important game for, you know, quite a few teams then. And I mean, if you're going to rely on a team to be good, then you can rely on Flamboyant to be good. Nimblemind Zero Life definitely going into the underdogs there, but that will be a great game to watch, so you should definitely stay tuned for that. Wow, Aurum's so strong in that, and Pelican just not able to match up with the offense power, the defense strength. They did have some really nice plays, especially on Bella Omega there. I don't know what else to add, really.
Yeah, I mean, I was a little disappointed there with Pelican at the end, but I do want to commend them for their efforts. I mean, you know, after losing the first 2 maps, which was sort of expected, they did put out a really good showing there on Bella Omega. They should be proud of their showing on that one. Hopefully we are going to see them in the next round, but who knows? And if they do, of course, they do have an incredibly tough matchup. So likely their swan song will be coming up for this tournament in the next couple days. But you never know. Anything is possible, and they should really be proud of what they did today. I mean, Aurum, as you mentioned, they are beasts right now, and I am really looking forward to seeing them in the playoffs, because I think we're going to see some crazy games. If they end up against IDK in the semifinals, that is going to be epic, and I don't even know what to say.
Game. They are just straight up pimps right now, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it's just going to be fantastic. So Pelican still are currently going through, but if Flamboyant do drop a map to Nibblemind Zero Life, they will be knocked out of the tournament, so they will be watching the next game, which should be in 3 days' time, I believe. And everyone has
it was going to be in 3D.
No, 3D.
Can we get it in 3D?
And 3 days. I can get it in 3D.
Let's do that.
I will go into the game and watch it, but unfortunately I can't convey that to our casters and our watchers. But just big quick shout out to all you guys. 1,000 viewers apparently we had at one point or another, which is absolutely fantastic. And I just wanted to mention, because we failed to do so at the beginning, and it's very shameful of us, the fantastic, ever wonderful Helemar is doing the streaming and camera work for you. So make sure you guys go ahead and follow him and watch all of his casts, all the work he does. It's fantastic. We're eternally grateful for him for it. And of course, to the teams, the Tribes Ascend channel, to High Res, to APC, to the 2 teams for being fantastic, to the tournament, to Game Shrine, to Grimble, to basically everyone in the Tribe scene. Hope you guys really enjoyed the match. And of course, Stow, massive thanks to you for joining me today.
Yeah, it was really fun, and I just can echo everything you said. Helemar, thank you so much for joining us. You provide some lovely camera for us there, and some of them sick overlays as well. So thanks everyone for showing up. This is Tribes Ascend. If you've never played before, visit tribesascend.com. You can play for free, and why wouldn't you? It's such an exciting game, but I think that should be us signing off. So I am Stowaway.
And I am DocLettuce. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you follow us all. I am at the EUTL Cast. Stowaway usually will be casting on DocMatrix31 as well as the standard channel Stowaway, I believe. And he will correct me if that's wrong.
I barely
you don't have a channel?
stream to there. It's either here or on DocMatrix31.
Alright, make sure you just go follow all the casting channels for Tribes Ascend, because casting is wonderful. And Helemar, I unfortunately don't know your channel, sir, so I will go ahead and let you turn your own mic on and let everyone know.
I just posted in chat, so it's Heli, HELE_TCM, so.
Apparently it's in chat, so there you go, guys. Once again, thank you all so much for watching. Have a great night if you are in the Europe lands. Have a great afternoon/evening if you are with me in the America lands. And until next time, guys, have a good one.
Thank you.